is Friday. You know what that means. We have something of a tradition on Fridays, don't we? Hmm? Yes, we do. So, chat, let us finish things off with Scott. Are we ready? We're going to finish off the week in gloriously explosive fashion. So let's go.
What are you doing?
I'm taking a dry ice bath and maximizing my recovery. Ever heard of it?
Aren't you supposed to use regular ice?
Yeah, maybe if you're a wussy. And plus, my clothes don't get wet this way.
I don't know, man. I think you probably need to get out of there.
Well, you know, I have been in here for about 10 minutes, and that's about optimum time. So I guess I will get out.
No. Oh, no.
I think I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm trying not to freak out right now. Will you please help pull me out of here?
I'll get you out of there. Give me your hand.
He's gonna pull his arm off. Oh, he's gonna pull his arm off. Yeah, I saw that coming.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today I'm a scientist. Today I have over 100 pounds of dry ice. Dry ice is not made of water, it's actually frozen carbon dioxide, and it's negative 109 degrees, and that's why I have on these gloves.
No, devious ingenuity, they didn't. They may have regulated the purchase of dry ice, but it wasn't flat out outlawed.
Because if you don't have them on, you will burn your fingies. Trust me, I know. Today we're going to find out if dry ice can stop a bullet. We're going to start out with something small and then work our way all the way up to the 20 millimeter. I am so excited about today's video, so let's go get set up and get started.
Then you still buy them in stores? Okay.
Freedom means being in the driver's seat, on the road and in life. But debt hijacks that. When you're buried in loans, credit card debts, and medical bills, you're not calling the shots anymore, the banks are. And that's why more folks are turning to PDS Debt. They've helped hundreds of thousands get back in control, pay less, and move forward with confidence.
God.
PDS Debt goes beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial situation and craft a personalized plan just for you. There's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save more, pay off debt faster, and start putting money back where it belongs, in your pocket. PDS Debt is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, boasts thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot. Why, you ask? Because PDS Debt has helped hundreds of thousands of people to get out of debt.
Okay, so we're taking out the table early this episode. Good to know.
You're 30 seconds away from being debt-free. Get your free assessment and find the best option for you right now by swinging over to pdsdebt.com/KYB. That's pdsdebt.com/KYB. pdsdebt.com/KYB. Again, a big thank you to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. You know, before we start shooting this dry ice, I really want to see what happens when I throw dry ice in a wood chipper. You know, because science.
No, full unforeseen. Kinda, sorta. Minis. It's really neat.
Look at
Oh,
that. That's a do-it-yourself a fog machine.
Uh-oh.
Get you. I'm gonna get ya. Oh! Oh!
Decapitation!
I mean, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I was just playing. I didn't mean to take his head off. Oh well. I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Oh, first try. Gonna be a good day. Well, we have one 10-pound block of dry ice set up, and we're gonna start out with a 22 long rifle. This is a Smith & Wesson 22 Victory, and I'm loaded up with a 40 grain 22 long rifle.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
Oh, hang on. I can see where I need to be on this episode. I will move.
Oh,
Yeah. I imagine this dry ice is not going to stand up
when he got
very
hit,
well
it was
to
pretty
bullets.
Cool. There was all kinds of vapor in the air, but now I'm really curious to see what happens when we hit this with something a little bit bigger. Okay, we have another 10-pound block of dry ice, and this time we're going to use a 9mm. And you know, this dry ice right here is pretty cool, but you know what's not cool? Wearing ear protection. But thankfully, I have a suppressor. This is my Shadow Systems 9mm with an obsidian suppressor. And you know, when it comes to suppressors, Silencer Shop knows best.
I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, what the test is going to be is how much the dry ice disintegrates when the round strikes it. Because if the 22 shattered that dry ice, any ballistic impact is going to shatter it. So the only question is just, like, how much is it going to basically how much of the dry ice is basically going to vaporize from the impact?
They make everything easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and I want to give them a big thank you for always supporting the channel and keeping us quiet on set. All right, here we go.
Oh. That was cool.
What? Look at all this on the ground. That is wild. I have another 10-pound block of dry ice, but this time we're going to blast it with something a little bit bigger. This is a Smith & Wesson 460 Magnum, and I'm going to be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 460 Magnum, 300 grain jacketed hollow points. Here we go.
God. Oh,
okay.
there we
that
go.
Was much better. That was awesome. Okay, so we definitely need something.
That was a lot of vaporization. Hey, that was cool.
460 was pretty eventful. Now we're going to try out a 12-gauge shotgun. I have another 10-pound block of dry ice, and this time we're going to use a 1-ounce slug. Here we
Oh
go.
my God.
Oh! That is awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
Shooting one 10-pound block of dry ice is pretty awesome, but I don't think we're going to stop anything with just one block. And I'm very curious now to see what happens when we stack up a bunch of blocks and hit it with something a lot bigger.
2 hours later.
Okay, now we have 140 pounds.
Okay, I'm going to say that this is just going to vaporize all of these blocks. The 20 mil is just going to blow right through it. To the degree, I think we're just going to get like a giant cloud of CO2 vapor. That's my suspicion.
Of dry ice set up on this table. That is
no gab on this one, Tornado.
Blocks, and we're going to blast them with a 20mm.
Thank you, Llama.
Vulcan.
A bullet that weighs over 2,000 grains and producing over 30,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy versus dry ice. And the gun I'm gonna be using is my Onzio 20mm bolt-action rifle. This thing's almost 7 foot long, weighs over 100 pounds, and she be kicking. It's a big old bullet. 30,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy versus 140 pounds of dry ice. Here we go. Quit staring at my butt.
Yes!
Oh,
Oh, look at that!
what?
Oh, that was
That's
awesome!
awesome.
Oh, yeah. And he hit it low, too. That was a low hit. And look at it. It just like aerosolized the entire thing. The entire group of them just completely aerosolized.
Okay, let's inspect, shall we?
Nice.
Looks like I hit a little bit to the right in the slow-mo, and we busted up, well, almost all of them. There's 2 blocks left intact on this little guy. So we went through about 110 pounds.
And I'm gonna call it. That those 2 blocks at the end only didn't break only because the aim was low, because the trajectory took it through the table. Because if you look at the table, the trajectory was down and it missed the last 2. That's the only reason why those 2 didn't break, is because his shot was low and to the right and it went down through the table and didn't actually strike the last 2 blocks. If his aim had been slightly higher and to the left, it would have cleared through all of them and we would have had an even bigger cloud.
A little bit to the right in the slow-mo, and we busted up, well, almost all of them. There's 2 blocks left intact on this little guy. So we went through about 110 pounds of dry ice, and looks like there's a hole right here in the table.
Yeah, that's
So
what.
that means
Well,
we
that's why
went
those 2 left.
through the table. So I'm guessing we probably went this way. We got some disturbed dirt right here.
And down.
No way. Look at that.
Oh,
That was the
down.
round.
Ah,
You can tell it's got blue on it still. That is wild. So the tip is broke
Oh,
off,
neat.
but we found the body of the round. That is awesome. So it took about 110 pounds of dry ice to slow this thing down enough to where it only took a few inches of dirt to stop it.
I still don't think that it stopped it. His shot was low and to the right, and I think it had a downward trajectory. I don't think those last 2 would have stopped it. I really don't. I think because it went into the table, the low and right shot when it went because it was so low and to the right, going through the blocks, probably keyholed it and diverted its trajectory downward just enough that it hit the table. And of course, it went to the table. I think if he was able to center mass hit these blocks, it would have gone through all of them. I fully believe it would have cleared every single one of them if he'd been able to center mass it instead of being low and right. I firmly believe that.
Very curious to know what would have happened if this traveled completely straight through all the blocks, but I would guess
Yes.
that 140 pounds probably wasn't enough, but we still slowed it down enough to where only a few inches of dirt caught this round. So I'm going to say that dry ice is actually pretty tough. This is my 1979 Pontiac Trans Am, and in the month of September, I am giving it away. For the entire month of September, every $5 you spend on Kentucky Ballistics merchandise will get you 1 entry to win my Pontiac Trans Am. And not only am I giving away my Trans Am, I'm also giving away $5,000 to cover your taxes on this thing when you win it. Once the winner is drawn, you'll have two options. Either have this thing shipped to you, or you can come pick it up and meet me. Don't forget, this is only for the month of September. There's a link to KentuckyBallistics.com in the description down below. Official rules are in the description down below. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure and give it a like, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see me blast with 20mm next in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those are in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.
That's one way to get rid of the dry ice. Tried. Oh, God. Well, that was great. That was a lot of fun seeing that. Oh, that was lovely.